Welcome back to VHS Talkers, everybody, for another 4K Blu-ray Steelbook unboxing. And I never thought it would happen, but we finally got Prey. To start things off with, we do have a nice glossy finish the entire way around, which really helps make that image of the feral predator pop within our main protagonist Naru. I do appreciate that at the very least. Now, with that being said, I do have some complaints. The front image, the front cover image does come off as really just kind of a last minute Photoshop slap together. You know, I mean, you get your standard hero pose there. They have their weapon. You have the main bad guy whose back is turned towards the camera within them. There wasn't a lot of marketing for this movie, but I do remember at least one other poster that they could have used for this cover, which would have looked a lot better. And then, of course, my biggest complaint is that we have the title front and center with the 20th Century Studio logo situated right on top. It just doesn't look good with that logo. It really doesn't. I'm sorry. And then, of course, only one really comes across on camera, but in the top right-hand corner, you can see a visible dent. Fortunately, the other two situated right around this area here aren't as visible unless a direct light is hitting it, so I didn't come away completely unscathed in delivery, but I do admit it could have been a lot worse. Any complaints I have about the front do not transition over to the back in any capacity. This should have been our primary cover. This should have been the front cover. I would have excused the title treatment if they would have made this the front cover. This is gorgeous. I am a huge fan of when they put concept art and artwork on the actual cover itself for the Steelbook in some capacity. And this is fantastic. You know, we've got Naru squaring up against our feral predator who's kind of basked in that light, so we really just kind of get that silhouette of him with some details being able to be made out. It's a great image. You know, camera's off center. I mean, again, it's a great image. And what makes it even better is that our studio nonsense, shout out to the artist's signature, is at the bottom. Out of sight, out of mind. This is a gorgeous image. In terms of a spine, this is a solid spine. I appreciate, we're keeping the color scheme going onto the spine. We do have the 20th Century on the right, the UHD Blu-ray on the left, but at least Prey is just that. It's just the title. We don't have anything additional attached to it. It's nice, bold, front and center, and it does pop against the background, which is going to look nice on the shelf. Now, I like what we have going on here with the disc. We don't have any kind of traditional artwork or anything like that, but the 4K disc is Predator Blood Green, and it does have Naru's tomahawk or her axe, and then the Blu-ray disc is Blood Red, and it's got 3 of those little proton or photon blasts in it. It's a nice small little detail, and I appreciate that. It's pretty clever. And on the inside artwork, we do have Naru squaring up against the feral predator. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of hard to see the feral predator. It shows up actually a lot better on the website and on the J card that was included where you can see it. But that's because of the milkiness of the plastic insert that holds the disc. It does kind of obscure that image a little bit. This is not a bad image overall. I wish that it was a little more defined though. Overall, this isn't a bad Steelbook. It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst, especially this year. I appreciate the effort that went into the back cover and the small attention to detail on the disc, and the inside artwork isn't bad. It's just I wish it was a little bit more defined again. But that cover is inexcusable, especially since we're in a day and age where these Steelbooks, we are paying a premium price for these. These are a collectible item. So really, we should have a lot more effort, in my opinion, that goes into this. Look at last week's Loki, for example. That was fantastic compared to this. With any luck, you'll have some in-store tomorrow. Again, this is a Best Buy exclusive. We do also have your standard formats as pictured here. So, if you guys had a chance to get your hands on this Steelbook already, let me know down in the comments below. If yours showed up damaged, or if you were fortunate enough to walk away unscathed, let me know that too. And until next time, guys, this has been VHS Tacos signing off. I'm going to go ahead and pop this bad boy in for the 7th time and just get immersed all over again. Adios.